Well, before we get to this week's STEM Ambassador, here's a few STEM headlines. Let's start with today's STEM Goes Red event for the girls downtown this afternoon. 7th through 9th grade girls from the greater Cleveland area came together for some hands-on opportunities. The idea on this one is to inspire creativity and confidence and help young women explore their passion and possible future in STEM careers. That's the American Heart Association's event. It was sold out. As you can see, a packed house. Now, tonight is the last night. This is literally the last call to register for the Wings of Women conference that's coming up on November 10th. So you have to get it in tonight. That's the big thing. That's why we're reminding you. This is a wonderful event for high school girls to have a chance to go to a day-long event that is all about STEM. Most of the day is at Burke Lakefront Airport, and girls will be able to meet professional women and mentors from all kinds of STEM fields, not just aviation, but I have a feeling there's going to be some planes brought into the conversation. Keep in mind, you can find that information, wkyc.com/girlsinstem. That's the website. We have all of our STEM Ambassador series as well, which brings us to this week's STEM Ambassador, Stephanie Paganini. The STEM Ambassadors are women and girls doing great things in STEM, and you and your mother, Loretta Paganini, have that fantastic Loretta Paganini School of Cooking.
Thank you.
It has become kind of the go-to place for all things culinary.
Yes.
For general public. Josie's been there twice, and it's so cool. And cooking is chemistry.
It is. You know, one of the things that I love, I was raised by my mom being a chef, but my grandmother is a pastry chef as well.
I didn't know
so
that.
I was raised understanding how things cook and bake, and it's wonderful that this is an experiment that people can do at home to see just how your ingredients that you put in, the order you put them in, and even the temperature that you put your ingredients in can make a difference in ultimately the final product. And it's the chemistry being involved inside while those stuff is mixing and then baking.
Well, chocolate chip cookies, it's kind of like a staple, right? Everybody's standard go-to for cooking.
Yeah.
And you pull them out of the oven, you're like, what? I made it exactly the same way.
Right.
And something has changed. So talk to us about this chemistry of cookies.
So when you make a cookie, you're dealing with the same ingredients. What's great about being a baker is I have maybe the same 10 ingredients I use.
Right.
And depending on the order I've mixed them together, tells me what I'm going to end up as a final product.
Okay.
So when you make a cookie, a lot of times not only it's the order that it goes in, but the temperature. So I thought we would do today is we're going to make the same chocolate chip cookie recipe.
Right.
But all we did was take the same volume of butter, the same amount of butter, but we changed the temperature of the butter. So by taking my butter that was cold, my dough, you can see, has little bits of cold butter in there.
Okay.
And the butter's purpose in a recipe, obviously it's flavor, right? Because fat is flavor.
Yes.
But it also works as emulsifier. It works to work against the gluten. And the water that's in butter, you want it to release when it's in the oven, because that's what's going to give you the puffiness of a cookie.
Okay.
So when you have a cold butter, that's a maximum amount of puffiness going into that cookie. So you can see the cookies that result from being with cold butter, they stayed very puffy in the center. The outsides got browned first because the center stayed very cold.
Okay.
So they almost have a difference in colors. The outside is very brown.
Yes.
The top is very blonde. They're going to be soft and chewy and almost cake-like.
Now, does cold butter qualify as butter that you throw in the microwave for 10 seconds?
No, that's room temperature butter.
Room temperature, okay.
Cold butter is, you measure it, you throw it in the KitchenAid, and it makes that weird noise, and you're like, all right, and it's flying out of the KitchenAid. That's the cold butter version.
Okay, so room temperature then, 10 seconds for the stick, yes.
Exactly, so this is softened butter, room temperature butter. And what this is really the ideal for what's called the creaming technique. It allows the sugar and the butter to mix together and create a lot of air pockets, which is going to give you a nice uniform bake, a nice uniform lift, and you're going to end up still with a puffy cookie because of the air that's getting trapped in there, but it's going to be more uniform in color and more consistent in its texture.
Okay, so if you accidentally hit that quick 30 seconds on the microwave and it goes beyond 10 seconds like it typically does on mine, you end up with this liquid
melted butter.
Yes. And look what happens. This is what my cookies come out as.
This is
every time.
The least ideal cookie for some people. Some people like that very flat.
My children don't know there's anything other.
These are the best ones for Josie.
Yes, exactly.
But no, for everybody else, these are the ones that most people don't care for, and that they're flat and crisp. There is a population that loves the flat, crisp cookie. But if your cookie comes out and it melts and it's going too fast, and you think, gosh, what happened? you want to look at the temperature of your butter as one of the possible culprits that made your cookies spread too fast.
So cool.
If this happens and you make your dough, and you can see the difference in the dough, how smooth it looks, because that butter has melted. The cheat is you can take your dough and put it, once it's on the cookie sheet, put it in the refrigerator and let it chill for 15 minutes.
Get it all cooled
Slow
off.
the process down, and then it won't spread as much.
I'm going to be doing that from now on.
Yeah.
Cooking is chemistry, and it's a great way to teach kids chemistry.
And you eat all your mistakes.
And if you are scared to teach your kids chemistry, they'll do it for you. They have kids classes that are so awesome. It's Loretta Paganini School of Cooking. It's over in Chesterland in Geauga County. Easy drive, worth it, and so much fun. They have tons of adult classes too. We'll post this recipe, and we'll post a link to the website, your website for those cooking classes on ours. WKYC.com/girlsinstem. Now another STEM topic, weather.